So hi, I'm Lynne. I work for Scripture Union Scotland, or SU Scotland, as a regional worker. I am in Inverclyde, Renfrewshire and East Renfrewshire. I used to be a teacher. I'm now happily retired. Or changed job, but I'm still in schools. I used to teach music for a number of years and have been in schools all over Scotland, really. So our vision within Scotland, within SU, is to see every child and young person in Scotland exploring the Bible and responding to the significance of Jesus. So really, the video has said a lot of it for me. But how do we do this? Well, we have SU groups. In Scotland, we have over 400 SU groups. And within the region, we have 13 across the 3 regions that I mentioned. We also have Bible Alive. Some people came to training here and learned how to do Bible Alive. If you don't know, that is an interactive way to go through the Bible. So I've had lots of fun going into schools, and you stick a little headscarf on them, and all of a sudden they're Deborah, or they've got a helmet in their head and they're a soldier. And by the end of the lesson, every child has had the chance to participate. It's a lot of fun. In fact, I had to laugh when a teacher last week said, "Sorry, boys and girls, we're going to have to do maths now. I know that RME is far more interesting," but yes. What else do? We have assemblies, and we try and make them as interactive as possible. We've also do different things like Primary 7 transitions. We do training and discipleship. So we have something called Equip West, which is on this Friday. It's a monthly event we have in the Tron Church in Glasgow. And it's a lot of fun. It's got just the right amount of nonsense, really, as well as answering some of the questions and hard topics that your youth leaders probably want to dodge, but we're happy to answer with people from different organisations that come and talk about the hard things. And the young people get to ask questions anonymously, which is fantastic as well. We have a commission programme, which is where young people learn to be leaders. So they do that in a number of ways. I recently took part in Base Camp, which for me was a weekend in our centre in Ayrshire called Gowan Bank. It's going to be over 2 weeks, a week and then another week in Arran. I did this when I was 17, had an absolute hoot of a time, met two of my bridesmaids there and made lifelong friends and learned how to be a leader as well. We also have something called Equip Pupil Leader Training. So that's sometimes like we want to have pupil leaders running the SU groups, and then you don't have to have adults going in, but it also gives the young people a lot of good responsibility, and young people can encourage young people to come along. So we train them up and make sure that they're supported in leading an SU group. We also have our annual regional weekends. So for us, both of them are in our more local centre, which is in Gowan Bank in Darvel in Ayrshire. We have primary 5 to 7 going one weekend, so that'll be next February. And then the secondary weekend is going to be in September this year. And we have decided that we want to be as inclusive as possible. So we actually have got a bus coming from, it's going to be stopping in Port Glasgow and Fergusley Park and Newton Mearns and Barrhead, just to have all the pickup points around the region. There's always funding available for young people who can't afford to come as well. So we never want there to be anything that could stop a young person coming. So that is the details of the weekend. We also have SU holidays. My son said to me, he's first year, he says, "I don't want to go on an SU holiday." I said, "That's okay. He's been every year since he was primary 5. That's fine." Then the holiday brochure dropped onto the doormat and he went, "Oh, mountain biking. Can I go?" So we have the most amazing holidays. I can say this because I don't run them all. We have lots of volunteers who come and take them. We have anything from voice weekend to mountain biking to water sports to baking, to singing to Magnitude, the 5-day festival, something to suit everybody. And if they are quieter and they don't want to climb crates, I don't blame them. They can do something like crafts or gaming or anything like that. We try and have something that I would encourage everybody to come along. We also have something called local ministry hubs, which is in line with what's already been said. We want every school in Scotland to be prayed for. So we have our very own Inverclyde hub, and that's happening next Tuesday in Gourock Baptist, and I would encourage you to come along. I've got flyers up at the back to explain a bit more about it, and you can sign up to be informed as to when these are happening. But we want local people to come along. We want to encourage you to come to pray, to bring local knowledge. Maybe you're a teacher in a school and we would like to pray for you. We would like to pray for anything that may help you, to encourage young people to start SU groups in their schools, to encourage young people to go along to their local SU group, or to start one where there isn't one. But we can't do that alone. And there's just one of me trying to cover all the schools, as well as my colleague who's East Wren as well. So that is next Tuesday. And lastly, how can you support? Well, you can get in touch. You can ask me for my contact details. You can look me up, SU Scotland, Lynne Hamilton. You can give financially. We're a charity. We need financial support. We need your prayer support. And we need you to be volunteering if that's something that you would like to do. So anything else, please, my door's always open. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.